Rainbow, great to see you. Welcome to Pop Alternative.
Thank you so much for having me.
I mean, welcome back to Pop Chart. I mean, it's crazy. It's your third time on the show. It's our first solo interview, if you think about
I'm
it.
so excited.
I know, it's crazy. I mean, I kind of want to know, like, getting back in the swing of things for season 2 of a show like this, what was like the research like for versus like season 1 to season 2, so to speak? Because it has a lot, right? It's about ghosts. It's like it's got the kind of slice of life coming of age component. Like, do you feel like you were still doing research for season 2 of it, like compared to season 1, like before filming?
Yeah. Yeah, I think season one, a lot of my preparation was like cheerleading.
Yeah.
I am not a cheerleader at all. I never have been. And so that was really exciting for me to step into that world. I'll also like the whole popular, I've never played like the popular homecoming queen student before. And so that was for me a little bit of imposter syndrome for
Yeah.
sure. And then this time around, it's a lot more of like she is very vulnerable. So it's a very much tapping into like letting her walls down. She
Yeah.
is completely shifted. And so it is still the preparation, but completely different preparation from the first season.
Absolutely. I asked you this on the junket with your incredible fellow castmates, but it's like how season 1 kind of ends and then like getting the breakdowns for what's going to happen season 2. Take
Mhm.
me specifically through the arc of your character for season 2 compared to season 1, and what was that kind of like officially getting kind of breakdowns and scripts of like what was going to happen, because we all wanted to know in general what was going to happen with the body change, the body takeover, right? But
Yeah.
also from an actor, you know what I mean, there's interest in your arc as well. Like, so what was it
Mhm.
like with your character specifically for season 2?
Yeah. So she has a lot of these walls. She's been lied to a lot in her life. So as a survival instinct, she puts these walls up. She learns not to trust people. She has these very set boundaries, which is good. Boundaries are great. And that's something that I'm like, I learn a lot from Claire in my personal life. But she doesn't sugarcoat anything. And she is very kept to herself. And so this season, she has found her people. She gets really close with Nicole, who I think also also is very honest as well. And so they're kind of the same, but they're not each other's type, but they still have the same morals for
Yeah.
sure. And so, being what more vulnerable, she finds these real people, real genuine people that Claire isn't really surrounded with a lot in her life. And so she learns to love these people like her family, and by the end she would do anything for any of these people.
Absolutely. That's really well said. It's a good kind of segue to my next question, Rainbow, because I find it interesting, and I'm wondering what your opinion about this, and maybe it depends on the roles or like the extent of what I'm talking about. But in school spirits, there's a lot of characters, like your character specifically, that they're going through like nonstop kind of like self-reflection and soul searching and figuring things out, right? Even the ghosts, right, are doing that like in the episodes and everything. And I'm wondering from an acting storyteller perspective, playing these characters that are like lost, figuring things out, taking things day by day. Do you find it more fun? Do you find it more challenging? Like, what do you think about playing these lost characters? Because on from the viewer perspective, right, like they don't know they're lost, right? So I'm just wondering what you think about that.
Yeah, I personally love playing lost characters. I think something that this show does really well on is that they have all these tropes. You have the cheerleader, you have the football player, the nerdy character, the best friend, the goth guy, and they have every single of the one of these tropes, but none of them are the stereotypical tropes, and none of them are played as the stereotypical tropes. And they're so layered,
Yeah.
and there's a lot. All of them are really broken in some way,
Yeah.
and it's so beautiful to see Nate and Megan. They have these characters that are in every single YA drama, and then they like just hollow them out and fill them with all these complex characters. And it's just like so incredible to watch. And I think I didn't feel like I had a lot of imposter syndrome playing this cheerleader popular character because I felt like I wasn't that. I'm not like a bitch, or I'm not that like that badass in real life. And so I'm so worried to play this like such a confident character. and such a beautiful character, or who was perceived to be beautiful.
Mm.
And when so I did a lot of preparation, but as soon as I stepped on set, Nate and Megan and the director Max Winkler at the time, they all came up to me and they're like, we cast you because you're not the stereotypical, like I even like
Yeah.
my build, I'm not super petite like the popular girl, perfect hair and everything. I do, and that's why they cast me, and that was so beautiful for them to say that I can just play me and I can play her how I want to, because I can't play her the stereotypical way. I was just not that actor. And I feel
Mm.
like everyone who they may look like the stereotypical character, but they bring so much depth to it, and no one is actually that character. They couldn't play that character, and that's why each of us got cast as the roles that we were.
Your answers are perfect segues to my next question. So it's almost like you know what I'm going to ask. But like, it's amazing because that's interesting to me about the breakdowns and the dynamics of the character. Because I am asking you this question in a way to get you to kind of tell us about what goes on in season 2 with your character without kind of like giving much away. So
Yeah.
see what I'm doing there. What were questions you had about your character, with how season 1 left off for
Yeah.
season 2, even before getting scripts? Like, what were you curious about your character? Because that's gonna kind of like hint to like maybe we'll get that in season 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Depending on your answer. So like, what was that like for you?
Yeah, I had a lot of questions about her family life. That was something. She has this like stepdad who is like super rich. Her parents got divorced. Her mom wasn't really there for her emotionally, and then she just married this like rich guy, and they moved to this rich neighborhood, and her life got switched upside down. And instead of actually getting love from her parents, she just got money and to be told to be perfect. And that was a really interesting to dive into, as well. And I had a lot of questions about her family life.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Do you believe in ghosts after being on season 2 of School Spirits?
I think I do believe in ghosts.
Did you
As
believe in
if
ghosts
we're in,
before booking School Spirits?
yeah, I think so. As if we're in this world
I just
and
like threw it out there, right? I didn't even give you warning. I'm just like, do you believe in I had to ask it. Like,
do you believe in ghosts?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah, right? I think you have to. Where would all the stories come from?
Yeah. Do you believe in aliens?
I definitely believe
I
in
believe
aliens.
in aliens too.
I also believe in mermaids as well.
I believe in I No, absolutely. No, I just feel like there's no like reason why they wouldn't exist, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
exactly. I would love to meet some aliens. They scare me a little bit,
it's
but
interesting too with School Spirits, because I think one of my favorite things about the show is the ghosts from different eras and times. Like, that's my favorite thing about the show. So I know you don't obviously play a ghost, but I want to even go back for season 1. Like, what did you think about that when you saw that in the script and the breakdowns, that there's all these ghosts from like different times and eras specifically? Like, what was that like
yeah.
for you?
Wow, this show, it's so incredible, and I'm so biased, but it is really incredible. They just pack so much into it, because there is something for everyone. Like,
Yeah.
if someone is watching it, if you're watching it with your kids, or if you're watching it and you went to school in the 90s, and it's like you can look at Charley and be like, that's exactly how it
Yeah.
was. And so I love that. Also, I think all of the ghosts really sit in their time era, and the way that they dress and their vocabulary and their slang, they all look like they're pulled out of that time period. And I love watching the ghosts.
Yeah, absolutely. Isn't it crazy that episodes are starting to roll out on Paramount Plus? Like, it's crazy. As it's sunk, like, does it sink in that people get to see what you work on? Like, does it ever like sink in? I mean, maybe this week with the premiere and the junkets it has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit this week, but it is like, it's so scary, because it's like you're so vulnerable, you put this out there and all the characters, and you do your work, and then you just have to kind of let go,
It's
and
out of your
then
hands. Yep.
out of my hands, and then I watch it, and thankfully the editors and the music is incredible as well. And like Tyler Wolzak, our DOP, did such an incredible job. Each of the directors did an incredible job. So I'm like, I just know it's gonna be good, even though I haven't watched all of it and I really want to.
Episode's gonna roll out on Paramount Plus, season 2 of School Spirits. Rainbow, so great catching up. Thank you so much for coming back on the show.
Thank you so much. I'll see you soon, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Your Instagram account is just your name if people want to keep up to date with everything, right?
Yes, Rainbow
just,
Down.
Right, perfect. Well, this has been PopTurnitive. YouTube.com/PopTurnitive for previous episodes. Until next time, this is Rainbow and Peter Beats signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to PopTurnitive. Make sure to check out our past episodes of PopTurnitive on YouTube.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.